Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of remarkable individuals, seeking to understand the intricate tapestry of their experiences, choices, and character. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Princess Diana, a figure whose compassion, charisma, and tragic fate have captivated the hearts of millions worldwide. Born into a world of privilege and tradition, Princess Diana's early years would lay the foundation for a life marked by both extraordinary circumstances and deeply personal struggles. As we step into the idyllic surroundings of Park House, Sandringham, Norfolk, on July 1, 1961, we find ourselves in the midst of a quintessential English summer. The air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the soft chirping of birds, a serene backdrop for the birth of a child who would one day become an iconic figure in British history. As we explore the early life of Princess Diana, it becomes evident that her birth into the British nobility introduced her from the outset to a life of luxury and duty. The family's ancestral home, Althorpe Estate in Northamptonshire, stood as a testament to their rich heritage, its grandeur and beauty a reflection of the family's proud history. The early years of Princess Diana's life were spent in the picturesque surroundings of Park House, where she enjoyed a childhood filled with outdoor activities, pets, and a close relationship with her siblings. She would spend hours playing in the gardens, exploring the woods, and riding horses, developing a deep love for nature and the outdoors. Her siblings, Sarah, Jane, and Charles, were her constant companions, and together they would create their own games, adventures, and memories. However, beneath the surface of this seemingly perfect upbringing, there were signs of trouble. Her parents' marriage was strained, and their eventual divorce in 1969 would have a profound impact on Diana's perception of family and relationships. The separation and subsequent divorce of her parents led to a significant change in Diana's life. Her mother, Frances, left the family home, and her father remained at Park House with the children. This period marked the beginning of Diana's experiences with abandonment and the struggle for maternal love and attention, themes that would recur throughout her life. The pain of her parents' divorce would leave an indelible mark on Diana's psyche, shaping her future relationships and influencing her desire for stability and security. As she grew older, Diana attended Riddlesworth Hall Preparatory School in Norfolk, where she developed a passion for sports, particularly swimming and skiing. Her education continued at Westheath Girls' School in Kent, where she excelled more in practical subjects like cooking and needlework than in academics. This early educational journey highlights Diana's practical and nurturing side, traits that would later define her as the people's princess. Her time at Westheath was marked by a sense of camaraderie with her fellow students, and she formed close bonds with her friends, who would remain loyal companions throughout her life. The historical context of Princess Diana's early years was one of social change and evolving royal traditions. The British monarchy, under Queen Elizabeth II, was navigating its role in a modernizing world, seeking to balance tradition with the need for relevance and connection with the public. This backdrop would eventually influence Diana's approach to her royal duties, as she sought to bring a more personal and empathetic touch to the monarchy. The 1960s and 1970s were a time of great social upheaval, with the rise of feminism, the civil rights movement, and the emergence of a more permissive society. These changes would have a profound impact on Diana's worldview, shaping her into a royal who was determined to use her platform for good. In these formative years, Princess Diana was not only shaped by her family environment, but also by the societal expectations placed upon her as a member of the aristocracy. Her path was destined to intersect with that of the royal family in a way that would change the course of her life forever. The influences of her childhood, including her parents' divorce and her experiences at school, laid the groundwork for the strong-willed yet compassionate individual she would become. Her story serves as a poignant reminder that even the most privileged among us can face profound challenges and struggles, and that it is in these moments of vulnerability that we discover our greatest strengths. As Princess Diana navigated the complexities of her late teenage years, she began to take on a more prominent role within the Spencer family, particularly after her father's remarriage in 1976 to Reine Legge, the former wife of a wealthy businessman. This period marked significant personal growth for Diana, as she learned to adapt to new family dynamics while maintaining her strong sense of compassion and empathy. The marriage brought about a shift in the household, with Rain's presence introducing a more polished and refined atmosphere, which sometimes clashed with the Spencer family's more rustic and traditional ways. Despite these changes, Diana's experiences during this time would later influence her approach to charitable work and her commitment to supporting vulnerable members of society. The Althorpe estate, the Spencer family's ancestral home, became a hub for social gatherings and events, providing Diana with opportunities to interact with people from various backgrounds and walks of life. As she attended parties, shooting parties, and other social functions, Diana developed her skills in conversation, etiquette, and diplomacy, all of which would serve her well in her future role as a member of the royal family. Her kindness, warmth, and genuine interest in others made her a beloved figure among friends and acquaintances, who would often remark on her exceptional ability to connect with people from all ages and backgrounds. In 1977, Lady Diana Spencer's life took a dramatic turn when she met Charles, the Prince of Wales, at a shooting party hosted by the Spencer family. The encounter was not particularly notable at the time, but it laid the groundwork for a courtship that would begin in earnest several years later. The couple's initial meeting was casual, with Charles attending the event as a guest of the Spencer family. Diana, then just 16 years old, was still in school and had not yet developed the poise and confidence that would become her hallmark. The couple's relationship gained momentum in 1980, with Charles eventually proposing to Diana in February 1981. The proposal was a romantic gesture, with Charles presenting Diana with a stunning 18-karat oval-cut sapphire engagement ring surrounded by diamonds. The news of their engagement sent shockwaves through the media and the public, who were eager to learn more about the young woman who had captured the heart of the future king. Their engagement was announced to the public on February 24, 1981, and they were married on July 29, 1981, at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The wedding of Charles and Diana was a grand affair, watched by an estimated global television audience of 750 million people. The event cemented Princess Diana's status as an international celebrity, and she quickly became known for her sense of style, her charisma, and her ability to connect with the public in ways that few members of the royal family had before. As she settled into her new role, Diana began to take on more formal engagements, often using these opportunities to promote charitable causes and support organizations focused on healthcare, education, and social welfare. One of the defining aspects of Princess Diana's approach to royal duty was her willingness to challenge traditional norms and conventions. For example, in 1987, she was the first member of the British royal family to touch someone with HIV, doing so at a time when there was still significant fear and misunderstanding about the disease. This simple yet powerful gesture helped raise awareness and reduce stigma around HIV/AIDS, paving the way for greater public understanding and support for those affected. The visit to the London Lighthouse, an AIDS clinic in Notting Hill, marked a turning point in the public's perception of the disease, with Diana's actions humanizing those living with HIV and highlighting the need for compassion and empathy. Throughout the 1980s and early 1990s, Princess Diana undertook numerous official visits and engagements, both within the United Kingdom and abroad. These trips often focused on promoting British interests and supporting humanitarian causes, with Diana using her platform to draw attention to issues such as landmine removal, mental health, and the plight of refugees. Her travels took her to diverse locations, from the streets of London to the battlefields of Bosnia, where she famously walked through a minefield in 1997 to highlight the dangers posed by these hidden killers. The visit to the minefield, organized by the Halo Trust, was a defining moment in Diana's humanitarian work, as it brought international attention to the devastating impact of landmines on civilians and spurred efforts to ban their use. In addition to her public duties, Princess Diana was also devoted to her two sons, William and Harry, born in 1982 and 1984 respectively. She was determined to provide them with as normal an upbringing as possible, despite their unique circumstances as members of the royal family. This included taking them on outings to theme parks, fast food restaurants, and other places where they could interact with children from different backgrounds. Diana's approach to parenting was characterized by a desire to give her sons a sense of freedom and independence, allowing them to develop into confident and compassionate individuals. The personal struggles that Princess Diana faced during her marriage, including Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, have been well documented. Despite these challenges, Diana continued to carry out her royal duties with dedication and compassion, earning the respect and admiration of the public. Her commitment to using her position for good was unwavering, even in the face of personal adversity. As she navigated the complexities of her marriage and her role within the royal family, Diana drew strength from her relationships with friends, family, and those she met through her charitable work. As the years went by, Princess Diana's personal struggles continued to mount, culminating in her highly publicized divorce from Charles in 1996. The once fairy tale marriage had crumbled under the weight of infidelity, media scrutiny, and the suffocating protocols of royal life. Despite this, she remained committed to her charitable work, using her platform to bring attention to causes that were close to her heart. One of her final and most notable endeavors was her campaign against landmines, which took her to Angola in January 1997. There, she walked through a minefield, wearing protective gear and accompanied by experts from the Halo Trust, to highlight the devastating impact of these hidden killers on civilians. The scorching African sun beat down upon her as she navigated the treacherous terrain, her eyes scanning the ground for any sign of danger. The air was thick with tension, and the silence was only broken by the sound of cameras clicking and the murmur of hushed conversations among the entourage. As she walked, Princess Diana's thoughts were not just on the peril that lay beneath her feet, but also on the countless lives lost or forever changed by these insidious devices. Her actions that day would go on to galvanize international support for a global ban on landmines, a testament to her unwavering dedication to the cause. In the months leading up to her death, Princess Diana's humanitarian work showed no signs of abating. She continued to travel, visiting destinations such as Bosnia and Pakistan, where she met with victims of landmines and supported efforts to ban their use. Her visits were often marked by poignant moments of connection with those affected, as she listened intently to their stories and offered words of comfort. In Bosnia, she walked among the ruins of a war-torn city, her eyes welling up with tears as she beheld the devastation. In Pakistan, she sat with women who had lost limbs to landmines, her hands clasped around theirs in a gesture of solidarity. Her dedication to this cause was unwavering, and her actions helped to raise awareness about the horrific consequences of landmine use. The world watched in awe as she traversed minefields, her courage and compassion inspiring countless others to join the fight against these deadly devices. As one observer noted, she was a princess, but she was also a person, and it was her humanity that made her so beloved. This duality of royalty and relatability would become a hallmark of her enduring legacy. Tragically, Princess Diana's life was cut short in a car accident in Paris on August 31, 1997. The outpouring of grief that followed was unprecedented, with millions of people around the world mourning the loss of a woman who had touched so many lives. The news of her passing sent shockwaves across the globe, as if the very fabric of humanity had been torn apart. In London, crowds gathered outside Buckingham Palace, laying flowers and candles in tribute to the fallen princess. In Paris, the city came to a standstill, as people from all walks of life converged on the Alma Tunnel, where her life had so tragically ended. In the years since her death, Princess Diana's legacy has only continued to grow. Her sons, William and Harry, have followed in her footsteps, pursuing careers in public service and charitable work. The Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fund, established in her memory, has supported countless organizations and initiatives around the world, from landmine removal programs to mental health services. The fund's work is a testament to the enduring power of her philanthropic spirit, which continues to inspire new generations of humanitarians. Today, Princess Diana is remembered as a pioneering figure in the world of philanthropy, a woman who used her platform to challenge traditional norms and bring attention to causes that were often overlooked. Her impact on the British monarchy has been profound, helping to modernize the institution and make it more relevant to contemporary society. As she once said, "Carry out a random act of kindness, with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you." These words encapsulate the essence of her being, a being driven by empathy, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to making a positive difference in the world. She was a true humanitarian, driven by a deep understanding of the human condition and a desire to alleviate suffering wherever she found it. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the impact that one person can have, and the importance of living a life guided by kindness, empathy, and a commitment to service. In an era marked by division and discord, Princess Diana's legacy stands as a beacon of hope, illuminating the transformative power of compassion and inspiring us all to strive for a more just and equitable world. That's all for today's biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.